Hey guys, welcome to Crazy Days. It's early in the morning, it's before 7 o'clock, and I'm headed out, and I want to show you hundreds of year old recipe for saving peas that you don't can. You see here, I've got canned peas. But a lot of you don't have pressure canners or something, and you need to pressure can peas, and you asked, how do I do this if I don't? Well, you can freeze them, okay? That's good. If you got a freezer, you can freeze them. But I'm going to show you a way to save peas that's hundreds of years old, foolproof usually, unless insects or something get into it, and we'll talk about what to do with it. All right, so these are my Mississippi cream peas, and this is when you want to pick them, when they're silver skin looking. And some people have asked, is silver skin the same? They're pretty close, but been busy, and look at these are drying. So the hundreds of years old recipe is to let them dry on the vine like this. And you say, well, what can I do with them? We'll talk about that in a minute. But you see, all in here, I have those that are going to seed that are drying. And you say, well, I'd just save them for seed. Well, I could do that. These are all peas. This is the only peas I have in the field. As long as you only have peas, you could save seed. But Danny and I planted this right here. And I'm going to show you. These are called butter peas. They are not butter beans. They look like butter beans. The vine looks like butter beans, but they are shaped more like a pea inside. They're fatter. And so with these, since they are already a cross, I don't want to use those peas for seeds, since these are butter peas, not butter beans, but peas. So there again, not saving these two things together. If you had 2 cucumbers, 2 tomatoes, 2 peppers of different varieties, you don't want to save them if they're side by side in the garden. So I don't want to chance it. I don't want to use these as seed. So what I'm doing is I'm picking these. All of these, dried, whatever, and I'm not saving seed. So what do? Throw them away? No. I'll take and lay the ones that are ready to be dried and let them finish drying like this. Then when they dry completely over a couple of weeks, I will take them out. Once I take them out, you can dry them as you do any other dried pea. They would be fine and dandy. You can use them in any recipe or rehydrate them, use them in soups, whatever, as a pea. But the beauty of it is, what if you need flour and you don't have flour? Peas and beans can be ground up into flour. Guys, you can use it that way. So hundreds of year old recipe for storing peas, beans, any type of lentil like that is let them dry on the vine, or let them get almost dry. Take them and put them in a place where they finish drying, and then store them as, hey, I might need flour one day. You can make some of your almost anything out of them. It might not be the same texture as wheat flour, but hey guys, when you're hungry, it's a way to eat. So that's kind of a prep item. Store up these. If you don't have room to grow these, buy your dried beans, peas, whatever in the store and store them. You need a grinder. Next thing you need on your prep list. So you can grind them up. A mortar and pestle, you can do it, but you're going to be there a while. You're going to be grinding them by hand with 2 rocks. It's going to be a while. So I'd find some cheap type grinder that would work for you. Buy up. If you don't have gardens, buy them up. If you do have gardens, hang on to those peas and beans. Don't throw them dried peas and beans away because they were together in a field and you let them go. Hang on to them. Store them in a dry place with moisture absorbers or some oxygen absorbers, moisture absorbers, so that they don't ruin. So guys, I got 2 buckets right here of peas. Some of them are pretty dry. Some of them are going to be shelled. I just had this revelation in the garden this morning as I was picking these that, maybe some of you didn't know this. I started not to come get the camera. I started not to do a video. But homesteading 101. Number 1, you want to save your seeds, but you want to save them from heirloom seed, not from hybrids if at all possible. Yeah, they'd probably come back. Yeah, you'd probably have something, but you don't know what you're getting. It may be a combination of whatever. The second thing, do not plant two types of same thing like peas. Don't plant two types of peas together, or squash, or peppers, tomatoes, okra, watermelons, pumpkins. It doesn't matter. If you put two of them together in any proximity, that's why Danny and I have multiple gardens. If we're going to plant peas over here, we're going to plant peas over here. They're way away from each other. So don't plant them together or you're going to have a cross. The first year, yeah, you're going to have whatever peas you planted is going to be your peas. The second year, you don't have a clue. They could be crossed. Saving the seeds instead of throwing them away. They may be hybrids. Who cares? You might want some dried peas. Dried peas doesn't matter. You can dry these peas and eat them as peas. 100%. The third thing, fourth thing down the road is grind them as flour. It doesn't matter. Bean flour sold everywhere for a fabulous amount of money. So try bean flour. So experiment with some recipes if you have to. Add a little bit of bean flour to your flour to stretch it. In the old days, back a couple 100, 150 years ago, when they didn't have a whole lot, what they did was they stretched things. If you don't like the taste of bean flour and you are allotted or you have a bag of regular wheat flour, mix it half and half, 3/4 to 1/4, whatever works for you, but stretch the flour you do like with some flour that you're not really fond of using 100%. So that's just a few tips from Wanda at Crazy Days. My mind goes in all kinds of directions, and I thought people might think I'm a little crazy, of course, but don't throw those seeds away. Just because they're hybrids or they possibly crossed. Have you ever thought about your pumpkin seeds? How many people just dig them out, throw them away? Don't do it. Take and save your seeds. You can dry them out. Don't mean you have to plant them. Think outside the box. Those seeds can be used as a snack. A lot of people don't think about using pumpkin seeds until they go buy them in the stores. There's lots of seeds that can be used as snacks. Check it out, Google it, think about outside the box. Before you throw those seeds away, what can I do with them? Okra. Hey, it doesn't matter with okra. If you've cross-pollinated your seeds because you planted two together, don't throw those seeds away. It doesn't mean that you may not want to plant them, but hey, back in the 1800s, there was a coffee shortage. People used okra. They took the seeds and ground okra and added it to the coffee they had to stretch it. So instead of using 2 scoops of coffee, they might use 1 scoop of coffee and 1 scoop of ground okra seeds. It didn't change the flavor, but yet it stretched their coffee that much further. Y'all, I got all these things that I studied when I was studying coffee because I wanted to know what to do with coffee also. So 100-year-old ways of doing things was to dry things. They had things hanging. If you remember seeing the pictures in your history books of things hanging from the ceilings everywhere, it wasn't just herbs, guys. It was peas and beans. It was okra. It was tobacco. It was cotton. They hung everything. They saved it. Cotton seeds has hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of things. Peanuts. I was amazed at the amount of things you can make from peanuts. So guys, if you plant a few peanuts and save those seeds and dry them, look it up. Things you can do. It's amazing. So hundreds of years, thousands of years, I don't know. They've been drying things since the beginning of time, I guess. And guys, we need to learn that art. Learn how to dry. Learn how to save your seeds. Not for planting, maybe. Thinking outside the box. Let's think about using them for food. As dried peas, of course, that's a given. But what about your flour? What about adding them to coffees to stretch it? What about some of them just to make teas? You know, you could make a tea out of some of your seeds that you're getting the nutrition. It's great. So guys, I hope I'm not been a little on the crazy side today, but you get something out of what I'm doing. I was in the pea field and just thought, hey, let's do this video. God's laying it on your heart. Just do it. So thank you guys from Crazy Days.